That's quite big. Impressive.
This is a new glitch in Elden Ring. It makes your weapon visually and physically more long and adds more range to it. Just watch. As you can see here, the weapon looks weird, it's very long, it does more range and feels even more powerful. Following the upcoming easy guide, you will be able to do this funny visual and physical glitch. But what are the requirements to do this glitch? There are 3 versions of this glitch that will make 3 weapons look elongated and very long and adds more range to them. All of these versions start with 2 weapons that you must have on you. The repeating crossbow on the left hand and the ringed finger on the right hand. The first version is the easier one. I will tell you about the second version and the third version. And as I said, all of these versions include the ringed finger on the right hand and the repeating crossbow on the left hand. Let's go. This version elongates the ringed finger. You have to have the repeating crossbow on the left hand and the ringed finger on the right hand. Main hand the repeating crossbow and do the H4 of the repeating crossbow by pressing L2. What you will see is the crossbow shooting arrows, any type of arrows, very fast. That's the H4. Then switch to the right hand, which is the ringed finger, main handing it, and do the H4 L2. This will cause the ring finger to appear in a larger form and it has even more range. If the ring finger after the L2 does not become bigger, then you have to do the L2 again. If it does not work after the second L2, then mash R1 or R2, then do L2 again and it will work eventually. The second version elongates the Nox flowing hammer, making it look like a golf club, man. Use the same equipment as the previous version, but because we want to elongate the Nox flowing hammer, we have to add it to the right hand, right beside the ringed finger. Now to do it, again, main hand the repeating crossbow and do the H4 of the repeating crossbow, then switch to the right hand, which is the ringed finger, main handing it, and do the H4 L2. Now switch to the Nox flowing hammer and you got the golf club. If it does not work and you don't have the golf club, do the H4 of the Nox flowing hammer after the ringed finger, then it will take that shape.
This is a new glitch, man, right?
I have to credit Soul of Cinder for showing me this. He's a very great guy.
What the heck? It has more range.
It's a golf club, Cosmos, of course.
The third weapon I have found that can be elongated is the Nox flowing sword. Following the same exact steps as the previous version, but instead of putting the Nox flowing hammer, we're gonna use the Nox flowing sword. It will produce the same results, but this time on the Nox sword, which now looks like a shamshir but has major length and maybe major effect in the meta, and maybe this weapon can be considered as meta with that range. I don't know. It needs more testing from you guys, and just for the sake of the tutorial, I'm gonna relay the steps again. Main hand the repeating crossbow and do the H4 of the repeating crossbow. Then switch to the right hand, which is the ring finger, main handing it, and do the H4 L2. Now, switch to the Nox flowing sword. If it does not work, do the H4 of the Nox flowing sword after the ringed finger, then it will take that shape. Some quick notes here. This is a visual glitch and physical one. Visual as in your weapon will look bigger and more intimidating. It adds more range to the weapons that are now elongated. The weapon can be elongated as long as you want unless you do the H4 of the same weapon. If you do it on the ring finger, you will lose that elongated shape, and if you want that shape again, you have to do the process all over again. The same thing goes for the Nox flowing hammer, but the Nox flowing sword, there's a special thing about it. Even if you do the H4, yes, you will lose its elongated shape, but if you soft swap the right hand and go back to the Nox flowing sword, it would take the elongated shape again without doing the process all over again. Note that the Nox flowing sword, sometimes you don't even have to do the finger Ash of War, you just have to soft swap and the weapon becomes elongated by itself. That's my experiments, and tell me what you think, guys. Also, like and subscribe, important, and join my Discord. I post there my updates, my announcements, and see you in the next one, guys. Bye.
So it seems it works on this weapon. See, now it works. Oh, it still have the same effect, man. Look at this. What about if I put it on the second weapon here? Is this about a slot area glitch? It seems that it does not even require for you to put the weapon. Whoa, now I understand something here.
Join me in this adventure
As we grow in
forever brilliance
rise
and magnificence.